This is the next best time to start. They say, when is the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. What's the next best time? Now, because it will never be as early as it is now. So what's next? For those of us who are going, I want a little bit more. I want all three of those things, but I want them from a system that I can absolutely trust. Quick recap, you'll remember if you were part of the Start Q2 Strong webinar, but also the very first one that we had, Start 2025 Strong. One of the things that I asked was for our unlearners who were in the room who were saying, I want some support to choose a name. So I put 5 names down as part of this. And I said, hey, what would you like to call it? If you really want us to build this thing, what would you like us to call it? And we chose that name. And it seems nobody liked the Unlearning Corner, even though it was one of my favorites. But it's okay. This is the thing about community, right? And so we chose the Unlearning Circle. That became the name that we resonated with, that actually got all of the votes. None of the other names got any of the votes. Unlearning Circle got all of the votes. So a huge thank you to all of our unlearners who were part of the webinar where we chose that name. I deeply appreciate your contribution and being a part of it. So let's talk a little bit quickly about what is involved in the Unlearning Circle. If you're thinking about being part of this journey, what's part of it? What is something you can expect? How can you be part of this incredible journey? But also, what's in there? What's really going on in the circle that Zanele is talking about? Well, the Unlearning Circle is really, in essence, our community. It's our place to have our community, to have our coaching, and to have that accountability that we spoke about a little bit earlier on. So as soon as you jump on, you're going to get your onboarding checklist. You're going to jump into our community. We've got an entire community that's live where you have ongoing support. We've put that in there as well. But also, your next 3 steps, you get to schedule a call with me, and I will sit and hold you accountable on that conversation, just you and me, nobody else, on what you have said you are going to do. It's made up of content that I'm going to put together, masterclasses where I share a lot more than what I share today to help you on your journey. These incredible resources, and I'll show you a little bit of what that's about. Inspirational doses to keep you going, because this journey of transformation can be so overwhelming and even lonely sometimes. And then lastly, it's that ongoing community that you have access to on a consistent basis that has me in there as well. So you'll have access to my cell phone number. Please don't abuse it in the late hours of the night. As well as a community manager who's there to support you. So if you're ready for that kind of journey, please let me know, and I'd love to open it up so that you can have access to it and you can start. Because where we are right now is we actually are looking for founding members. So if this is the kind of thing you want to help us to build, you want to help us to create, then we're inviting 30 only, because that's all we've got space for. We're still building it, so we don't want to start too large. We want to start with just a group of unlearners that are going, I'm going to be a part of starting something incredible, and I'm going to help to build it, to grow it, and I want to be a part of this community. And inside the circle, we've got masterclasses each and every single month. You're going to focus in on a key topic around helping you to unlearn, to rewire those habits and show up as a transformed version of yourself. Everything from the hidden patterns that are running your life, from becoming your own best coach, from vision to embodied action. How do you actually make this a brand new habit? And then the last 2 masterclasses go all the way up until February. Who you're becoming and where you're going. So you'll see all of those key topics. And the page that you see on my screen is instantly, if you choose to join us, what you're going to have access to. You can see right at the bottom there, before I close this off, each and every single month, you've got access to an inspirational quote, just for those moments where it just feels hard, right? And these tools that you can take to classify yourself, categorize where you are in your unlearning journey, alongside other activities like meditations, journal prompts, and so many other things to support you on your unlearning journey. So that's what I want to invite you to as we close off. And then I'm going to take questions now about the webinar. this is what I want to invite you to, is if you feel like this is the kind of thing that you want to be a part of, if you feel like this is something that you are called to right now, I'd love to invite you to the Unlearning Circle. I'd love to invite that you be a part of it and you explore what the opportunities are there for you as far as your journey goes. So that's the Unlearning Circle, and you'll see it's just come up on your screen. So if you want to explore it just a little bit more, feel free to do that. But I'm going to continue with our conversation now. And before we move on to our questions, if you do have a question, please go over to the Q&A segment of the webinar. You'll see it's right next to the chat function. That's where you can go over and just say, Zanele, explain this again. What does this mean? How do I apply this to myself? All of those juicy questions, I'm still here. We still have time, and I'm going to help you answer them. Very lastly, as we close off, for those of you who are interested in being part of the circle, this is what's in store. 6 monthly masterclasses. So each and every single month, you and I are going to come together with your tribe, with your squad, and we're going to learn about how to rewire those habits. We're going to learn about our transformation journeys, key traits, key characteristics, things we can do, things we can apply. You've also got that WhatsApp community that I spoke about earlier on, that's got our own dedicated, amazing community manager, Asanda, who's going to be there helping you and I to show up. And any questions that you might have, that's where you ask them. And that's even as you're sitting in that meeting and you're going, Zanele, I'm feeling triggered. What do I do? For those moments, that's what the community is absolutely amazing for. You also get coaching from myself. I get to be a part of that discussion through our live coaching calls that happen on a consistent basis. Everything. The team and I have tried to make this literally the best thing we've ever built in the history of the Unlearners. And we do a lot of amazing things at the Unlearners. So we've put all of that in there. You get a dedicated unlearning partner. When you join the Unlearning Circle, now as you choose to be a part of it, on this webinar, you get to fill out what we call an onboarding quiz about you, your preferences, your personality, what you like, what you don't like, what rubs you up the wrong way and what doesn't. And then we pair you with an unlearning buddy who is right up your alley. Not just because we want you in an echo chamber, but because we want you to feel comfortable with the person who's going to hold you accountable over and above, obviously, myself that you'll be working with. But also, you get to be an official founding member of the Unlearning Circle. That means in 5 years' time, you will still be at the exact same rate, even though the rate or the price for the Unlearning Circle will have changed. You will still be kept at that initial tiny amount that we are offering today. So nothing changes, but you get to be one of the grandparents of the Unlearning Circle as it grows and as it evolves. So if we look at all of the value that we've crammed together, from those masterclasses to coaching with myself to the community that we've built, it's huge. I mean, you're looking at anything around 2.6 thousand Rand per month, and it's incredibly large value. But that's not at all what we want to position it at. This offer is completely new, and we understand that. So we would love to make sure that as many of our unlearners can access it as is humanly possible. So here's what the team and I have put together. With only 30 seats available, and Tidiso, who's already said that she's taking one of them, so it's actually just, it's actually only 29 seats that's available. And I'll have to check back and see if some of them are taken. We're offering it for only 249 Rand per month. That's it. It's actually cheaper than when we host a webinar, because when we host one of these webinars, we actually charge 250 for them. And this is less. You're paying just that on a monthly basis, but you're getting all of that support. So that by the time you get to December, you're not sitting there going, oh, I wish I had. Oh, I wish I had done that. Oh, I wish I had. None of those regrets, no more. Because if you choose yourself, you make the most of this moment. There is never going to be a better time than this. Nobody say you're taking it. If you are, please feel free to follow the link that you see on your screen. for the circle and secure your seat, because there are only 30 available, and the team and I cannot accommodate more than that, because it's too much for us to actually handle and manage. So if you do feel called to this, please go ahead and TD, so that seat is yours. I know. I was so tempted to say only 29 available. Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much, Nambisa. Well, we'll see you inside the UnLearning Circle. I can't wait to support you. The team and I are, we're so thrilled to have our founding members coming through it. Yeah, you have no idea how much work we've been doing on the UnLearning Circle, and this is the space. If you're an individual who is on a journey of transformation, you are building something incredible, you know that you don't want this year to be like every year because you know who you can be, then this is the journey for you. Because the only thing that's getting in the way are the patternings, are the recurring behaviors and thoughts and mindsets that just keep getting in your way. And if you've had enough of that, then this is the place you want to be, because I can support you. We've worked with a range of organizations, anything from your Coca-Colas to all of the way to your Discovery. We've worked with Hilton, Africa, Indian Ocean, a lot of amazing organizations like your Unilevers and your Niveas, helping them all to think about unlearning. So we know what we're doing. There's a few years of expertise here, but also you've got a phenomenal community that's just waiting to hug you. So we are also huggers. If you're not a hugger, it's okay. We won't get into your space, but we're also huggers. So we can't wait to hug you and welcome you to the UnLearning Circle. I will keep that up just in case you are still thinking of jumping in there, claiming one of those 30 seats, as long as it's still available to you. So